Hey, it's Tom Michael, General Manager here at Boise State Public Radio. Right now, public media is under threat. The White House has asked Congress to take back funding already approved for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, funding that sustains Boise State Public Radio and NPR stations like ours across the country. We stand to lose over $500,000 annually, jeopardizing our newsroom, programming, and mission. You can help. Learn how to take action at boisestatepublicradio.org/funding.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector. It's Idaho's Daily News. Good morning. I'm George Prentice. We've got plenty to bring to you today, including big change in the weather outlook. We'll tell you about how a moon tree is coming to Idaho. And we have a story on the City of Boise partnering with a company that calls itself the Airbnb of cars. It is Tuesday, the 10th of June, and here we go. Here come today's stories. The Boise School Board met last night. Following a lengthy session, trustees voted unanimously to put new restrictions in place on personal electronic devices. Elementary students must keep devices powered off and stored away during school hours. Junior high students would be allowed to use the devices only before or after school hours. High school students would be allowed to use devices in between periods and at lunch. Here's Boise School District Deputy Director Nick Smith.
Studies do indicate that unrestricted PED use in schools can lead to increased distractions, reduced engagement, higher levels of anxiety, stress, and sleep deprivation, cyberbullying, inappropriate online behavior, and negative effects on social skills and in-person interactions.
Trustees last night made an exception for smartwatches. They said the watches will be allowed for now, but they're expecting to study smartwatches and their impact on students closer in the new school year. The number of people flying in and out of the Boise airport continues to climb. The latest figures, released just last week, show another big jump in travelers. And when many of them arrive, they head to a rental car desk. But beginning this month, there is something new at the airport. It is unofficially called the Airbnb of cars, renting a car directly from a car owner. It's called Turo.
We reached an agreement with Turo, and those vehicles are allowed to park in any of our public parking facilities. When those transfers occur, the renter of the vehicle does pay parking fees as well when they exit. So not only do we get the 10% cut of gross revenue, but we also get the parking fee associated with the vehicle.
This is Boise Airport Deputy Director Sean Briggs briefing the Boise Airport Commission this month. He says Turo is also a revenue source for the city.
Talking to many airports, they have said you'll be surprised about the amount of activity that occurs during that. So we're looking forward to seeing how the first one's out.
The Boise City Council approved Turo to operate at the airport beginning this month, but Turo attracted some undesired publicity in two high-profile incidents earlier this year when company officials acknowledged that vehicles used in New Orleans and Las Vegas attacks were rented through the Turo app. A Turo spokesperson said the company was, quoting here, outraged by the misuse of our marketplace by the two individuals who perpetrated these acts. Previously known as Relay Rides, Turo was created in 2009, and NBC News reports that as of last fall, Turo had about 150,000 active hosts worldwide. Turo's website says hosts are safe in trusting the platform because Turo, quoting again, screens each guest. End of quote. It's budget season, and aside from the state spending plan, one of the biggest budget continues to be in Ada County.
It's no secret. We have geographic challenges here with growth. It's still being the number one issue that's being applied and the pain points for all of the jurisdictions. Overall, since 2010, the population of Ada County has increased almost 40%.
That's Ada County Clerk Trent Triple yesterday, kicking off 3 days of budget hearings, 11 departments presenting yesterday. Today, it's the prosecutor's office plus human resources. Tomorrow comes one of the bigger spending plans, the sheriff's office. Deliberations on a tentative budget will be next week. One of NASA's so-called moon trees has landed in Pocatello. As James Dawson reports, the tree, a Douglas fir, will soon be planted on the campus of Idaho State University.
The unmanned Artemis 1 mission in 2022 carried thousands of seeds from 5 species of trees found in the U.S. They were later germinated and donated to museums, schools, and nonprofits. The Idaho Natural History Museum is the latest recipient, with plans to teach curious kids and adults alike about Idaho's role in space exploration. Robert Gay is the museum's education director.
We don't have rockets and spacesuits and whatnot in our collection here, but we do have, our connection to Craters of the Moon, which was some of the basis for lunar exploration modeling before Apollo went.
Gay says ISU hosted one of the original moon trees from the 1971 Apollo 14 mission, but it's either been moved or taken down because of a nearby building expansion. The school will plant the seedling in the ground later this fall during the university's 125th anniversary celebration. James Dawson, Boise State Public Radio News.
Corey Anderson is over at the National Weather Service office in Boise. Corey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay, but talk to me about the heat.
So we're going to have one more day of temperatures of 95 to 100 in the lower valleys. And then we're going to see some changes to cooler weather and maybe some showers and thunderstorms.
This is a system coming from where? Over through Oregon or up through Nevada?
It's moving from the west, so across Oregon, and then it's going to move across our area.
So what are we talking about? Showers in what areas?
Pretty much all of southwest Idaho and southeast Oregon. The main threats with that will be gusty winds up to 55 miles an hour.
Wow.
We have a possibility of severe thunderstorms, some of the stronger storms that can form. We could see blowing dust with that and gusts up to 55 miles an hour.
Corey, can I assume then that temperatures do take a dip for the rest of the week?
We don't drop that far off. We drop about 8 degrees on Wednesday, and then we're steady in the mid to upper 80s for the remainder of the week.
Does that mean that thunderstorm system moves out? Do things dry up?
Yeah, we dry out on Thursday, and then it's dry through the weekend.
Excellent. Wow, what a week ahead. Corey, for now, thanks for giving me some time. Have a good Tuesday.
All right, you as well.
And that is today's episode of The Connector. I'm George Prentice. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. To stay in touch with the news between now and then, check out BoiseStatePublicRadio.org or download the free Boise State Public Radio app. And thanks for listening.
Planet Money helps you understand the economy. We find the people at the center of the story.
Garbage in New York, that was like a controlled substance.
We show you how money influences everything.
Tell me what you like by telling me how you spend your money.
And we dig until we get answers.
I had a bad feeling you were going to bring that up.
Planet Money finds out. All you have to do is listen. The Planet Money Podcast from NPR.